Hi, I'm Peter Tchaikovsky, and I'm really excited to tell you about my new project, the Story Engine. The Story Engine is a deck of 150 cards that can generate storytelling prompts. Everything from creating short stories to character concepts, ideas for non-player characters, and items and adventure hooks and encounters in role-playing games. The system is so fast, simple, and so open-ended. It's really easy to tailor it to your creative needs. It's basically built on the idea that the most powerful stories all share 5 essential components, and that's what I based the 5 decks of the Story Engine on. Let's start with the Agent deck. This contains character concepts. Every story needs a great character. And then we've got the Engine deck, and engines are basically motivations that drive the agents through the story and really connect them to other elements. Then we've got the Anchor deck, and anchors are basically objects, events, or locations of importance. We've got the Obstacle deck, which creates barriers that the agents have to overcome. Finally, we have the Aspect deck, and aspects are just qualities or descriptors that add an extra level of detail and realism to the story. Every card is multi-sided, so you can rotate it and actually generate variations of the same prompt or entirely new prompts to find something that's going to really work for you. By drawing and arranging these 5 types of cards in different patterns, you can create any kind of prompt. Here we have a prompt for a simple character arc. Or we can actually use face-down cards to represent existing parts of the story you've already written, like say a player character. Here we have a prompt for an encounter with an NPC who wants something from that character. Or you can give an engine to an anchor, a haunted location, or a magic sentient item that actually has an agenda that it's going to imprint on whatever player stumbles upon it. You can also set up symmetrical structures to create conflicts where, say, 2 rivals are opposing one another and they want the same thing but for different reasons. And if you take this exact same structure and you put an NPC in the middle of it, someone that the players care about, or an item that's important to one of the characters, now you've got an adventure hook. Now you've got a reason for them to be involved in a conflict. The deck does come with all of my favorite spreads and prompts, but it's also really easy to develop your own systems organically. I'm even developing collaboration-focused prompts and like head-to-head writing challenges that you can write with your friends or create stories together in a multiplayer mode. I have been planning this deck for a long time now. It brings together all the lessons I've learned about storytelling from the past 10 years working as a writer. You might actually know my work already, whether it's from my award-winning webcomic, Rock, Paper, Cynic, or my weekly postcard fiction project, The Shortest Story, one of the tabletop games or video games I've written for, or one of the Kickstarters that I've already run and delivered. I actually developed this deck while I was writing a book of 1-page postcard stories for my website, shorteststory.com. And I'm very pleased to announce I'm launching a whole new collection of my microfiction. It's going to contain 90 of my best stories, ones that I wrote while developing the deck. The Story Engine book is really meant to showcase the thought process that went into developing the deck, and also the possibilities that the deck has. So whether your love for stories comes from reading or writing or gaming or role-playing, I really think there's something here for you to get excited about. Maybe this will help you tell that story that's been locked up in your head for all these years, or maybe you're already telling stories and this will help you take that to the next level. I'd love for you to take a look at the reward. If there's a writer or a storyteller or a DM in your life you know this would really help them, I'd love if you could send them the link. But thank you so much for listening, and all the best with your creative projects.